Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hi,
Hi.
welcome. Hi, welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and in this class we will practice some vocabulary which we learned in the last class by having a conversation about sports. Uh, in this class, the focus will be on conversation and conversational English. I'll be taking turns with the students, asking questions, and then giving a little feedback as far as sentence construction and vocabulary and perhaps pronunciation. All right, let's just relax and have a conversation. So, welcome to the class, Jorgen.
Thank you.
Hi, hi again. Also, welcome back, Sasha.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, hi. And as well, Santiago.
Hello again.
With us again. Great. Hi, Santiago. Okay. Let's be manly men and talk sports. Okay, hang on. Let me say hello to Mustafa.
Oh, teacher, good to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Okay, Jorgen seems to be having an echo. I do not. Does anybody else have an echo problem?
I have a substantial echo.
Perhaps you need to close the Verbling window. If it's playing, if the live recording, the live broadcast is playing on the Verbling window, it could cause an echo for you.
The Verbling chat.
No, not Verbling chat. Keep that open. No, if you have the Verbling window open and you're playing the live broadcast, it can echo.
Well, I leave the class and then come back. That's what you mean?
No. I mean, if you have two tabs open and one is the Hangout and one is Verbling,
Yes.
and this
Okay.
we're doing right now is live broadcasting, streaming on Verbling. If you have both of them open, it can cause echo. Could be a problem with the microphone as well, which is...
I try to leave class and come back.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, let's talk sports. Okay, in America, I'm an American, and in America, men can't remember where they kept their car keys, and they can't find the second sock that matches the sock with the blue stripe. However, they do remember who won the 1969 World Series, who was the high scorer in the game 3 weeks ago between the Lakers and the Knicks. It's rather incredible how the stupid things that men remember in regards to sports. I'm very curious if this phenomena is American or is this all men everywhere. Sasha, can you comment on that? Is this just an American fascination or what?
Because with everything that I guess people care about, they remember. But if they doesn't care about something, they don't remember.
Well, there you go. Okay. Okay. Most men in, not all, but most men in America can talk sports, can have a conversation about sports, generally speaking. They know, is that the same in Russia? For small talk, for example?
Sure, of course. Especially it's football, soccer for us.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But for ones who loves soccer, sure they talk about it, or different sport, etc.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. How about you, Sasha? Do you play any sports, or did you play any sports when you were younger in school?
I played soccer in school, but I don't. Later I understood that I didn't like football and actually any team sports. I don't know, just don't. I like the sports where only one person play or
Okay.
do.
Okay. Play or do. Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay. You could have used used to. I used to play soccer. While this is not a verb tense, it's commonly used in English.
Yeah, I know.
All you have to say is I used to play soccer, and we would instantly know that this is an activity that you did in the past but you don't do now. Here's a way to express that idea that, okay, I'll just write it, speak it. I came to realize, all right, when you figure something out, but it takes a long time, 2 years, 3 years. I came to realize I really didn't like football. Like that. Mustafa, good question. Mustafa asks if the idiomatic phrase "it dawned on me" is the same. You could use it here, but it's not quite the same. I came to realize the meaning is, oh, it took me time. It took me a long time to figure this out. It dawned on me has more of the idea of, oh my goodness, like light bulb above your head kind of moment, a light bulb moment, you might call it. It dawned on me, oh my gosh, something you suddenly realize. So it's a bit different. Okay. And the last thing, Sasha, you can talk about, you hit on something talking about we sometimes divide sports into team sports and individual sports is the adjective we use for what you're talking about. Individual sports, maybe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Santiago, how about you? Do you play any sports?
Well, I used to play football or soccer when I was a child at school, but I don't anymore because for me, like Sasha, I think it's just a business. I prefer individual sports like running or swimming, and I practice them now in summer. So, in my opinion, soccer, well, all the people is crazy in my country. I'm in Spain, and the best teams are here, like Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Yeah.
And when I go to other country for on vacations, all the people asking me about these teams, and I say that I hate soccer, please. It's not my business. It's not my business. It's not my cup of tea. So it's something that I don't really like. So I prefer individual sports, like I said.
Okay. Okay. Look, people is crazy. You should say people, plural. People are crazy.
People are, yes. Okay.
Yes. In Spain, people are crazy. Yes. Okay. If you say so. You say them. You should say I tell them.
I tell them. Okay.
Yeah. You can say I say to them. That's possible, but usually when you're talking about the past tense, especially something that you say to many people, which was what you're saying, I always tell them. All right. So this is a common English phrase. I always tell them I don't like soccer. It's not my cup of tea. Okay, that's good. It's not my business. That doesn't work here. Not my business has a different meaning. Not my cup of tea. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. That's perfect. But it's not my business means that it's none of my affair. It's nothing I should be involved in. It doesn't involve me. It's not my business that the neighbor is sleeping with the priest.
Okay.
That's none of my business. I don't want to know, okay? Leave me out of it. I don't want to be involved in it. Okay. So not something, you wouldn't use that for something like sports. You wouldn't use that to state a preference, is what it is. I have to tell you, Santiago, I go a little bit crazy because I occasionally watch football, but really only if I have absolutely nothing else to do. I also played soccer. Even though I'm from America, I played soccer in high school, all through high school. And I liked playing at the time. I enjoyed it, although it involves far too much running. I didn't like the training very much, that's for sure. But I have to tell you, I don't really like watching it. And I'm an American. I live in the Philippines now. And I'm not kidding. Like 4 different channels, we have to watch La Liga. Every time I turn on a sports channel, La Liga, La Liga, La Liga. I can't get away from it. It's like, seriously, come on, man. Can I see some baseball, some badminton, ice skating? I don't care, man. Something. It's way overplayed here. It's way too popular.
Well, my country is always paralyzed when the Barcelona team play against Real Madrid. All the people stop his task and all the people is watching TV. Is horrible, in my opinion.
It's a drag on the economy.
Yeah, you're right.
That's funny. Okay, great. That was interesting. All right. Okay. Mustafa, how about you? Are you an athlete?
I can, okay. Long story short, like I used to play football with my friends when I was like a child. But then like for example, I remember like this event up to now, like in my mind, like one time, like I was playing and I was like a goalkeeper, and someone kicked the ball and kicked the ball and into my eye, and he hit me, like the ball hit me in my eye, and that was really painful, and hardly painful. I remember that, like I was kinda cannot see anything at the first moment, something like that. But then, like I came to realize that I am enjoying watching football, watching the people playing maybe soccer game, maybe watching a game on the television, for example. I I mostly like seeing computer game, like computer game, not like on the reality. Okay.
Okay. All right. So when you watch a football match on TV, do you watch like this?
that because of that experience,
Yeah. Yeah. I told you I played football in high school and middle school, and in middle school I was a defender. Eventually I went up to offense to be a striker and a left wing, but I was a defender, and I got hit with a soccer ball in the stomach, right in the diaphragm, where you fold up like that, and you're like, you can't breathe at all, like a fish out of water.
You made him do that?
Quite horrible experience. Quite memorable though. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think teacher, like playing soccer game is really, it is a really stiff game or hard game. Yeah, it's really, maybe sometimes it was a really painful injury.
Yeah, aggressive game. And you used the collocation, it was hardly painful. You have to realize something. When you say hardly, don't use hardly doesn't mean strong. Hardly means barely or not, almost not at all. Okay. I hardly have any money. I have very little money. I'm hardly aware of fashion trends. I don't know anything about fashion. So it means little.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying exactly the opposite of what you're trying to say. Okay.
My
You
bad.
want a good one? I'll give you a good one for painful. Here's one. Excruciatingly painful. There's a good one for you. Here's one for your collection of collocations. There's a good one. Excruciating pain or excruciatingly painful. That's a good one. Okay. Add that one to your repertoire.
Pain in the neck. The second one. You can say pain in the neck or not?
A pain in the neck, okay. Pain in the neck is an idiom which means really doesn't involve pain at all. It has nothing to do with pain, actual physical pain. A pain in the neck is something that is very inconvenient.
Okay.
Okay. Some bonehead who stops at the end of the escalator and decides to make a text somebody at the bottom of the escalator, that's a pain in my neck. How am I supposed to get around him? Where am I supposed to go? I'm on an escalator. What a pain in the neck. That doesn't cause me any physical pain, but it's very inconvenient and annoying. Like that. Yeah, dealing with an annoying person, pain in the neck. Oh, okay, let me go over to Jorgen. Jorgen, are you
Yes.
echo-free, I hope?
Yes, it was my bad. I had
Okay.
an extra window open, as you said.
Okay. Just a guess. Okay,
Yes.
we're talking sports here. Jorgen, do you play sports?
No, but I did when I was younger. But recently I have taken up running again. Not in a club or in an organized way, but just for myself because I want to get in shape again and perhaps do some of the races that are in Denmark, like 5 kilometer race or 10 kilometers. When so I have something to practice and train for.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that I prefer individual sports too, as the other students said. When I was a
Yeah.
child, I attended shooting. I was shooting with a 22 caliber rifle in a local shooting club, and that
Mm-hmm.
is a extremely individualistic sport. Just like
Mm-hmm.
running is also individualistic. But I also played soccer as a child, because almost every child in Denmark plays soccer. And I always was a defender. I played, I think it's called right back in the
Yes.
defense, and I wasn't the one who scored the goals. It's always someone else who is the popular guy, you know. But I
Right.
also like the soccer game,
Popular.
even though it's a group contest. And I think
Right.
most Danish kids love soccer.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Something to work toward. It gives you a goal, something to work toward, thinking about a race in the future. Yeah. Yeah. I played defense and they moved me to left wing and left inner striker. Why? Because I went to a very small high school and I was one of two. There were two people who could even kick the ball at all with their left foot, and I was one of them for no other reason. I had no skill, but I could kick left. That's it. So yeah. I know what you mean. Okay. Okay. Uh, Sasha, going back to you. How about watching sports? Do you enjoy watching sports?
Yes, I enjoy watching, especially online events, which
Hmm.
happens not recorded, but that that broadcast now, the time I'm watching, and some I watch events from United States. It's mixed martial arts. For us, it's for you. It's in the evening. Approximately starts 10 p.m. But for us, it's 4 or 5 a.m. sometimes. And you have to wake up very early. But online events much better than recorded.
Really?
You feel like you sit in there.
That's interesting. Now, are there announcers?
What do you mean, announcers?
Sports announcer. And Macaulay has got him pinned against the netting.
Sure.
Waldo is trying to wrap his arm around like that.
Sure. Announcers and the commentators. Announcer is Bruce Buffer. Maybe you know him. Bruce Buffer. Bruce Buffer at UFC.
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
okay. Huh. All right. I occasionally watch online baseball, but yeah, I like watching baseball. I can't help it. It's in my blood. But in any case, yeah, when you watch online baseball, you can pick one of several radio stations. Very interesting. Baseball is broadcast on radio still. It's a sport that it lends itself to radio. You can easily picture the game when you hear somebody announcing it, if they're a good announcer. I used to listen to baseball games at work all the time. Anyway, that's interesting.
Quick question, please. You
Sure.
say announcer. I thought announcer. I thought it was the person like ring announcer who present teams or fighters. But you meant, I think, who comment the event during the event.
Yeah, you can say either commentator, sports commentator, sports announcer. Yeah, you can use either, really. Then we also have another one. I don't know, but usually the kind of format that many sports like to use, they have a color commentator and a play-by-play commentator. Can you guess the difference, Sasha? You know what that might mean? A color commentator and a play-by-play commentator.
Usually in many sports, the two men
who
commentate, and one very emotional and scream all the time, and the other one is very quiet and very sober, and it's a
kind of
good balance.
It's kind of like good cop, bad cop.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah. The play-by-play guy describes the action, and the other guy tells stupid stories.
Emotion and atmosphere, race atmosphere, yeah.
Yes, and he screams when there's a goal or whatever. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Santiago, how about you? Do you like to watch sports?
Well, not much. Only if, for example, in the World Cup, the Spanish team play the final match or something like that. So important, really important matches. No.
Okay, so if you're in Spain and it's the World Cup and Spain is in the final match, what do people do? Do they go out to bars? Are there enormous parties? Does life come to a standstill? Absolute no business like that.
Big screens in the park, it's totally crazy. I remember 4 years ago, the last time that Spain gained the World Cup in Africa. It was totally crazy. All the people were on the streets shouting, screaming. with with flags. What was totally crazy. My country was paralyzed for I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days. But
2 or 3 days.
but I always say that I don't gain anything. The players are rich. It's just a business. It's good for your country, of course. It's good, but I'm not going to the streets to scream or to be yelling all the time. Oh, we win, we win, we are the winners. I think it's something stupid. in
You're
my
not gonna.
opinion.
You don't paint your face red and yellow and red and gold.
Like many people do, many people did.
Yeah.
This
I have a
occasion.
question. Do people like that case? Do
Yeah.
people bet money, gamble on the sports, on a big game like that?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe if there are some lottery, there is a lottery when you put the result of the different matches.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but I'm not really sure because I didn't earn anything. So, but I don't think so. Actually, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just the passion of the color passion.
Okay. Okay. Betting on sports in English is probably the same thing. Santiago called it a lottery, but we call it a pool. Oh, I'm in the football pool. So you bet maybe all the championships, who's going to win what games. There's various styles, different ones, but generally speaking, we don't call it a lottery, we call it a pool, a football pool, or whatever, basketball pool, it doesn't matter. I'm in the pool. Okay. Even for other things, we have a tradition like a baby pool. When one of your coworkers is having a baby, everybody guesses how much. You bet $5 or $10. Everybody guesses when the baby will be born, how much it will weigh, like that. And
It's like
whoever,
when I bet for something, more or less. I
yeah,
bet for
like that. A baby pool. Everybody pools their money. When you pool your money, you can pool your money to get a pizza. All right, the 5 of us here, let's pool our money and we'll get a pizza. That means we just put our money together. So a football pool or a baby pool, everyone makes their bet and pools the money, and whoever wins takes the money.
Okay, I see. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to ask because part of the tradition, and there are traditions for the American football, the Super Bowl, everybody bets. I mean everybody. My grandmother made a bet. Everybody bets. It's part of the tradition. It's like hanging up your stocking for Christmas or whatever.
But in a national lottery or
No. Some people bet with Vegas, some people bet online, some people bet with their best friends, some people join a pool. If you go to a bar to watch the game, they'll have some kind of a lottery style pool where you'll just be assigned numbers, and if the score ends with those numbers, you might win. Different styles of bets. People bet on, for the Super Bowl, people bet on, will the coach wear a tie? How many songs will be in the halftime show? Will they show the cheerleaders? Everything.
It's not the same. In my country, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. Will the first commercial be a beer commercial?
People only go to the bars to watch the matches and to drink a lot of beer.
Yeah.
To be screaming at the time, things like that. But they're not betting with money for the results of the match.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay. All right, let me talk to Mustafa for a minute here. Mustafa, you already said you enjoy watching football. Are there any other sports that you like to watch?
I enjoy watching football, like soccer game, not football, American football. I don't like American football because maybe I don't understand the rules of the game.
No, I
Maybe
understood that. I used
yeah,
football, soccer.
yeah.
I try in my classes to say American football when I mean American football. If I just say football, I mean soccer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I enjoy like watching beside the soccer game. I enjoy watching maybe some tennis, tennis game like
Huh.
Rafael Nadal, Federer, kind of. I used to watch wrestling game before, but not now. I don't like it right now because I think it's like not
Okay.
real. They are playing. Yeah, I watch tennis. What else I am like? I like to watch. I, Um,
Did you?
maybe that's yeah, yeah. I like to watch car races like Ferrari sport, like car sport game, like Ferrari. Sorry, like Formula One.
F4, F1.
Uh, yeah, F1, Formula One. Yeah, this is another one.
Okay. Okay. Did you watch Wimbledon by any chance? Wimbledon tournament, tennis tournament just ended last weekend. Did you watch any
And
of Wimbledon?
the winner was Djokovic, I think.
Yep.
Djokovic, right? Yeah, yeah.
Djokovic
He
and
won.
Serena.
He won against who? Teacher. Oh,
Federer.
against Federer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you watch Nadal go down in flames
No,
again?
oh my God. Not that I don't know. Like he's gone downhill nowadays.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he got humiliated by some, who knows, I don't even know that guy, but some guy, Brown, I don't know, but here's an interesting idiom you can use talking about sports, or anything else actually. If somebody goes down in flames, a company can go down in flames, not just sports, but somebody goes down in flames. All right, I think you get the idea, the impression.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Mustafa, also, we don't say wrestling. I used to watch wrestling game or games. Wrestling, not a game.
Much.
Match. Yeah.
Much.
Yeah. Here's one where we would never use game. American or British would. Any kind of fighting. It's a boxing match, taekwondo match, mixed martial arts match, whatever. Right. So that one's always a match. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Jorgen, how about yourself? Do you enjoy watching any types of sports?
Yes, firstly, I like watching female tennis once in a while because it is so peaceful and relaxing, and the sound of the tennis catcher hitting the ball I find soothing. Still, it never has to become boring if you have a favorite player to cheer on. And then I also like to watch Tour de France because of the adventure when they drive in the mountains and the heroic-like atmosphere surrounding the whole yearly event. Finally, a sport I like to watch is also some of the heavyweight boxing matches, perhaps because of all the hype that often surrounds these high-profile fights.
Yeah. Lots of hype. Okay. Good use of the word, too. Very appropriate. Boxing gets a lot of hype, a lot of extra promotion, and it's always the match of the century. That pretty much says it all. A lot of hype. I have to call you out on that, Jorgen, about female tennis. I don't know. There's a couple of those tennis players. I don't know. Kornikova comes to mind.
Yes, she's my favorite actually, but she doesn't play. She doesn't play anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
I bought a book about her and with pictures in, and well, it's a nice book. I don't know. I just like the pace at a female tennis
Yeah.
sport, I guess. And of course, Kornikova is extremely charming, and she's called always the number second. But I think in most people, in most perhaps male, she's not the second, but number one because of her charm, and she's always like a part-time model also, and I think she's a nice person, and she's from Russia, and perhaps also have an interesting story how she came to America, and in Florida, I believe they started with mother helped her, and she started playing as she was 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
makes you
and
wonder.
before her there was also other high-profile female tennis players like the American Chris Evert. I think it was in the 70s that she
Chrissy.
was one of the best. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah. Makes you wonder if you have to start teaching your child a sport when they're 5, just in case. Just in case they want to be a professional. It seems like all the top of the, not just tennis and every sport, that, you know, when they interview these athletes, it seems like they all started their sport when they were like 5 years old. Jürgen, did you play any sport when you were 5 or 4 or 4, 5 or 6?
no, I think I played with toys like the rest of the kids, but not an organized sport. I think the first organized sport that has to be a soccer in our local soccer club. I think I perhaps was about 8 or 9.
Okay.
Sometimes we lost 15-0, and you know, but it didn't matter. I was on we had 4 teams. The team number 1 was the best, and I was on the second. But the third team was actually better than us, so someone had made a mistake somewhere along the line, because we got beaten by number 3 team, and we were supposed to beat them. So it's, in a way, it was disheartening. But anyway, I attended a few matches against the neighboring city, and the best result we had was a tie, 1 against 1, and that was okay for me, because then at least we wasn't beaten. So. And then I attended the shooting when I was thinking about 11 years old or 10 years old.
Wow.
And I did better at shooting than I did at soccer. I won a first prize and a third prize and a fourth prize.
Have you ever done the biathlon?
Biathlon, that is...
That's cross-country skiing and shooting, target shooting?
No, I never did that, because we do not get that much snow in Denmark, so... It's mostly in Sweden and Finland. But it's fascinating to watch in the Olympics, you know.
Yeah, I like that sport, actually. Interesting to me. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Sasha here. Sasha, present tense question: what sports equipment do you have in your closet right now, as we speak?
Oh, I have a belt for belt for rest. No rest. Wait a sec. Oh, easy word. Oh, for waist.
Yeah.
When
Okay. For weightlifting.
Yes. Yeah. To save. Okay, my health. Doing hard training, and I have a special for wrist. I don't know how it's say. For wrist, also
wrist guard, maybe.
Okay, wrist. Wrist. My hand wrist. When my hand bend to keep it.
Yeah, that's your wrist.
Yeah, wrist. But I don't know how to say bend.
Maybe wrist guard or wrist braced.
Braced. What is? I don't know what is braced.
Brace. I'm having some weird technical problems. Things are flickering, but hopefully you can see that. Wrist brace. A brace, any kind of brace, is something that keeps things stiff, so it can't bend.
No. Okay. I've translated bandage. Special bandage for wrist. Yeah. Bandage.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be a bandage. Bandages are used for wounds, pretty much exclusively.
But it's a special, very tight
wrist guard, maybe.
To save your wrist from damage when you.
Okay. Wrist guard then.
Wrist guard. Okay. Yeah, wrist guard.
Yeah.
Sounds better. And what I have? And gloves, special gloves from leather, so that barbells and etc. Don't slip from my hand.
Ah, okay. Right, right. That's great. Okay, cool. Santiago, how about you? What sports equipment do you have right now at your house, in your closet?
Well, only slippers and a tuck suit.
You
To
have what?
go slippers, slippers,
Slippers?
and a tuck suit. Well, how do you say sport shoes?
Ah, okay. Like, do you mean like running shoes?
Yeah,
Sneakers.
yeah, sneakers. Yeah, okay, sneakers
Okay.
and and a tuck suit to go running for running.
Okay.
Mm,
Or running shoes, Santiago, to make
Or
it pretty simple.
okay, easier.
Running shoes.
Okay, running shoes.
Sneak,
Yeah.
Sneakers are more generic, but if they're really shoes specifically you buy for running and they're advertised for running shoes.
Okay.
Sneakers could be basketball shoes, running shoes, tennis shoes. Sneakers is a more generic term.
For any sports, right?
Yeah, it's generic,
Okay.
so um,
Okay.
the Brits, just so you guys know, Brits say trainers,
Trainers.
which is a word I didn't learn till like 2 years ago. I could never figure out what they were talking about. Bring your trainers. What? I don't have a trainer. But they're talking about a person. No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I heard it before. Trainers for the running shoes. But in
Yeah,
British, of course. Yeah.
yeah, okay. All right, so you just got some running shoes. Okay, Mustafa, what sports equipment do you have in your room right now?
Don't be surprised if I say I don't have. As think as I know, I don't have. I think. Yeah, I lost
You
all
must,
of them. Yeah.
you must have something.
Maybe,
A ping
maybe,
pong
maybe,
ball.
maybe I have a shirt, a dress, a clothes dress,
What?
sport clothes dress, teacher dress.
Okay, so do you mean a jersey? A jersey wouldn't be a dress. A dress is, for a woman. Okay. The kind of shirt, not sport costume either. Okay, let's get this one straight. Do I have one? No.
I
Not
forgot
not
it.
not in this room. The kind of shirt that has like, okay, who knows Michael Jordan's number? Huh? Huh?
I don't know.
Nobody? Come on. 23. Okay, so if I have Bulls basketball shirt with 23 on it, that's called a basketball jersey. All right? All right. What's Messi's number?
10.
10,
But I
that's
hate
right.
that player. I don't like him.
Pele's.
I don't like. I
Well,
don't.
I love number 10 because it was Pele's number as well. But anyway, okay, if you have the jersey with number 10 and it's the soccer shirt with the collar and okay, that's a jersey. Doesn't matter what sport it is. Basketball jersey, baseball jersey, hockey jersey, makes no difference. But that kind of shirt, it's that special kind of material, that's a jersey. Okay, the actual like uniform that they wear when they play. Is that what you mean? Like that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But now I wonder what can we call like a complete dress, like uh, also with the short. Like what can we call that? And related to sport, by the way.
Okay, now it depends. What sport are we talking about? If it's complete, the complete outfit that the player would take to the field to play the game, then it's a uniform, a football uniform, a basketball uniform, baseball uniform, etc.
Okay.
If it's that. if you're talking like you're jogging around the track or something, and you have the kind of zipper jacket and the sweatpants, called sweatpants. That could be a tracksuit. A tracksuit. All right. That sometimes people wear. Sometimes people wear their sweats, sweatpants, sweatshirt. Maybe pumping weights, pumping iron. You might wear your sweatpants, sweatshirt. Okay.
Teacher,
So
what can we, just sorry, just last question. What can we call like a sock for sports player?
a sock.
Their socks. Their socks. Socks. I don't know. The thing they wear on their feet. Oh,
Yeah, those are socks.
socks. Is there any specific name or the same?
Well, that's a damn good question, is what that is. Okay, now, all right. For example, those footy socks. Now they're called footy socks, but they used to be called tennis socks because they don't go up on your ankles. But now they're called footies. I'm trying to think. Baseball has a special kind of socks, and they call them stockings. Actually, like the old-fashioned word for socks, because they're very thin and they pull up very high, almost to your knee. No, the long ones that have no shape, they're not shaped like your foot. They're just straight, and then they fit to your foot. You know what I mean? Sometimes people use them for sports. Those are called tube socks. But I don't know any other specific names for socks. That's a first, Mustafa. Congratulations. I've never been asked that question before.
No, it's a good one. The last one is a good. I Google it and it's the same. What I mean. What time means.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Tube
Okay.
socks. Tube socks. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Jorgen, your turn to disclose personal information. What sports equipment do you have in your house right now?
I have a pair of running shoes and 2 pair of hand weights. One pair is made of plastic and one pair is made of metal, which was part of a set that came in a case. Hanging on my wall, I also have an exercise mat to do exercises lying down, which I haven't used for more than a year. I also have ankle weights to strap around my ankles. They close around your wrist or ankles using Velcro. Lastly, I have a cool running app on my cell phone to motivate me to run and keep me company when I do.
Does it? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought I lost you. Does it have any kind of does it have any kind of application where you can monitor your heart rate and like that?
No, not my heart rate, but it says how long I have run in terms of time and kilometers, and there's also a female voice that gives me some information along the way. So if I have it turned up and people are walking by, they look strange at me, It's an American voice and I'm a Danish in the Danish woods, and so I turn it down, But it's been a while since I've been running. But I think it's nice. You have this. He has a Californian accent, and he spurs you on in a way. You feel like $1 million running in the woods. And anyway, but it's great because, and then when you come home, you can upload the blog where you run. There's a small map, and so you can show your friends where you ran in the woods and how far you ran, and it even had some altitude, so you can see, well, I was 35 meters up in the air today, and so that's not impressive, but it's quite fun, and it's a running app that runs on the Android cell phone, and I can't remember what it's called, but I think it is for free, and and you can then you can embed it in your Facebook, and your friends can keep track of how far you ran and how much improvement you've done since last.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. In the interest of fairness, I must disclose that I have almost. When I lived in the United States, quite honestly, I had just tons. I had golf bags, ski equipment, tennis racket. I don't know what it is about Americans, but every American guy I ever knew, whether he may never use it, has tons of sports equipment, just in case. Squash racket. I had all kinds of stuff. But now that I live in the Philippines, I have almost no equipment. I want to, but I do have here in my office one piece of sports equipment. I have a bicycle. I guess that counts. But okay, hang on. I'm going to leave the screen for just a second so I can grab here in my office. Grab something. Okay. All right. A little show and tell now. Okay. Who knows what this is? Ha ha ha! Wait,
Well,
let me
that's
turn it.
no frisbee.
Oh, yeah, baby. I am a frisbee master.
A lot of frisbee when I was young.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in Stockholm last summer, and there was a large frisbee tournament, international, and there were some Americans too that showed me their case, and they had like 30 frisbees, almost like a golf player has his golf clubs. It was quite amazing, and I
Yeah,
actually was a Dane that led the competition at that time. But they were playing frisbee golf, and it has to do with being
frisbee
precise,
golf.
throwing the frisbee between two very narrow gates. I think that was fascinating. So.
Yeah, I've played before, actually, back in the United States. Yeah, there are a few people. There are not that many people into the sport. You play frisbee golf or a game called Ultimate, which is closer to like soccer. But yeah, there's not that many people into the sport, but the people who are into the sport, into it, they really like it. They really like it. Like you said, I've met people like that before. They got a case with 30 frisbees and they're packed in like foam, like so they can't get dinged or something in travel. It's crazy, wild. But yeah, and they're all different. They're different weights. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty impressive. Sasha, you ever play frisbee? Sasha, you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Play, do you mean? Yeah, I play, but we throw it between each other. Does it mean play? I don't know
Yeah,
any,
yeah,
just rules. With a dog, I played with a friend's
yeah.
dog,
Sure. Okay.
and between each other, just
Right,
throwing it.
right. Okay. How about hacky sack? You ever play hacky sack?
Hacky sack. What is that? On the grass? Hockey on the grass?
Okay. It's a bag that has beans or small pellets in it, and you try to keep it up with your feet, kicking it like it's a small bag. It's like this big, maybe, and this big, yeah, this big.
Oh no,
And
I have no
you
idea.
use the side of your foot, and you try to keep it in the air, and you hit it with your back foot, pop it over your head, pop it on
No,
your head,
no, no,
catch
no,
it on your
no,
head,
no, no,
like
no.
that.
I've
Okay.
never played it.
Yeah, kind of informal sports where nobody's keeping score, just throwing the frisbee, playing hacky sack, games like that. Lawn darts. Santiago, you ever play lawn darts? Incredibly stupid sport. Hello? Santiago?
Sorry, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sometimes with some friends in a pub or something like that.
Darts. Okay, bar darts.
That's
Yeah, there's a game called lawn darts where you have a dart
long.
that's like this big, and the point is like this big, and
Really? No,
yeah,
I never.
you throw it on the lawn, on the grass, and you try to hit a target, a circular target.
Um,
Yeah.
no, I've never played to this game.
Uh, it's very dangerous, of course. How about horseshoes? Anybody play horseshoes? An American game, again, you keep score, but you throw horseshoes, actual horseshoes, around a post. Very simple game. You're trying to get the horseshoe on the post, or maybe leaning against the post or close to the post. Horseshoes is a great game. Okay, you should play. Look it up. Okay, that's about all the time I have for today. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for conversing with me. Take care. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.